Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. The moment I say or you chant also together with me, then you go to the meaning. May there be happiness for all. And then you reflect. Knowledge is basically reflected. What that means that you fall into that awareness. You enter into that awareness of the state of happiness. May there be happiness for all. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. So you see that entire process. For example, I see you. Who sees? My eyes, two eyes, mind behind, memory. Behind that it is awareness, then it is self-awareness, and then the mind gives the interpretation. Here is me, here is you. Can we see in the same way? Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, may there be peace for all. And if you are not reflecting in this manner, why? It's a casual mind. You have a casual approach. I'm sleeping and doing the practice. It will not work. Then it will take maybe another 10, 20, 50 years to reach to that state. You cannot sleep. You cannot fall into unconsciousness and habit while chanting the mantra. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. So when you follow instead of a casual mind or casual approach, committed approach or discernment, discerning intellect, what happens? The casual approach, the casual mind is going behind. Regular practice, committed practice takes you to the higher level of awareness, and then there is a humility which is natural, which is very Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. You can open the eyes and just maintain that awareness. So you move from the casual mind to the committed mind. As long as we are in the casual mental state, no practice. We need an extra deliberate effort at the level of awareness. You see, casual mind, can I give you many examples of this approach? Your pet dog is sitting near you. You stand up and go to the kitchen and the dog follows you. That is your casual mind. Are you getting? Casual mind looks very simple. No, sir. Namaste, sir. Yes, namaste, sir. But behind, the second layer behind, you have the anxiety, you have the hesitation, you have all the past impressions. They are already present. That is what is present in the in the animal mind also. Animal mind. Where I told you that you are sitting, dog is also sitting. You're careless. Now you stand up, dog follows you. You didn't tell the dog to follow you. You didn't tell the casual mind to follow, to get agitated and angry, communicating with anyone, to get stressed, to feel tired. It is the casual mind that does it. So the master is saying that you are trying to change, by the casual mind is trying to change the hairstyle by bending the mirror. Are you understanding? It's a foolish mind. Mind tries to change life by rearranging the things, events outside. That is why I get into anxiety, duality, and a conflict. And as long as this casual mind is minimized, it's reduced to its minimum level, sama and dhamma, you cannot achieve sama and dhamma. Sama, internal calm, dhamma, external calm, you cannot reach there. So one master used to say that your mind can be a storm in waiting or a lighthouse. So when it is a lighthouse, you have sama and dhamma together. So why I am talking about this casual or committed approach to the journey of the self-discovery? Casual approach, a path to the stagnation. You are doing the practice for 20 years, but there is no change. There is no change. So casual approach lacks seriousness or intent. Did I miss any session over the last 6 years? Answer is no. Why? But if I had a casual approach, I can say, no, I have an important assignment, I have a doctor appointment, I have this and that. Casual approach lives, it gets its food from the past memory, my particular habit, and a pride in the ego. It looks very simple, generous, humble, but it is not. It is rooted in laziness. I am rooted in laziness, then I say, no, what? I have not given you one lesson, then what? I have not attended one session, then what? I have very important work to do. I'm just thinking, just asking it. So the habitual distraction and the laziness, the moment that is present in the mind, you don't have an internal calm. You don't have a sama. You may think that, I'm relaxed. A casual mindset is impulsive. It can be impulsive anytime. And this approach leads to missing the lesson, stagnation, failure to achieve real transformation. Even when the life needs are met, casualness allows the ego and distractions to take over. Now the humility is gone in the casual state of the mind. Understand that. Someone shared that casualness is forgetting the goal of my life. It means I lost my awareness, I have other thoughts. And some of you also share that casual is the habitual life leads to stress and anxiety. Answer is yes. It doesn't appear so. It doesn't appear so. Another person also observed casual approach is paradoxically more exhausting and tiring. Committed approach, deliberate, extra effort. No, casual mind, I will not follow you. I will follow the journey of the self discovery. I am following. Why? I have a goal, awakening, realization, and transformation. For that, I have to continue with the deliberate little effort. So now come to internal calmness. So you see that what happens when you drop the casual approach in the casual mind during the day in your personal life, professional life, social life, family life, then what happens? You get the power to prevent anger and hesitation. Otherwise, we don't know when I will be angry, when I will be agitated. Are you understanding? Say yes. Even if you're not, that is what I gave you an example, the turtle withdrawal. Turtle withdraws its limbs. Deliberate extra effort, the clear pond. So you have withdrawn all your limbs. Then what happens? You see the clear pond. What is that clear pond? It is the internal calm. Now it is a conscious internal calm is sama. Conscious external calmness is dhamma. So when you have practiced sama, when you have practiced dhamma, and then you check the state of your mind, that state of the mind, after experiencing the state of sama and dhamma, it is gone, deliberate effort is gone, and that state is Uparama, the third treasure. Third treasure. It will take you to a greater, higher level of awareness, and you will see it will remind you, your mind will remind you, no, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to live into that state. That is the third treasure. I will also pick up one or two more sessions. So just if you remember recollecting what is sama, we did it is an active peace, active peace. I'm conscious, I'm aware of, that is active peace. Casual say, yes, how are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm relaxed, no doubt. But it is a casual approach, where active peace, building sama through fourfold practices, discernment, dispassion, and then comes daily application in thought, speech, and action. We discussed that. Etymology of sama also we understood. And sama versus the passive peace and laziness. We also covered dhamma, external awakening to delusion, changing the direction of the senses. That is what the dhamma is, mastery over the senses. That is another word we've used. Daily wisdom on dhamma and daily application. Etymology, we understood that dhamma is active, sama leads to dhamma. We discussed that. So if you forget it, you can go through the previous sessions. Uparati, Uparama, both are the same. So we understood Uparama. Upa means the near. Upavas, I'm sitting near me. Not taking any food because I'm sitting near me. That is known as also the fasting. There are many words used. Uparama a harmonious condition where inner and the outer calm supports the deeper absorption. It cannot happen with a casual approach. It can only happen with a committed approach. It cannot happen. The path of the Uparama arises after two foundational disciplines, sama and dhamma. So when you want to be in the state of Uparama, you have to check. It is something Uparama means, am I near calmness? I can experience consciously that prevents hesitation and anger and the react. But why? Why I have to prevent it? It veils the mind in ignorance. You cannot see the real self. That is why I gave an example of the clear pond. So sama and dhamma are the two foundational disciplines. Uparama arises, that state has the capacity to have both mind and the senses work in harmony, supporting deeper natural focus instead of pulling away towards distraction. There is no distraction at all. Once I sit on my chair, I even sit in the lotus pose. Once I sit, yes, I'm settled now. I can continue talking. When the mind and senses are regularly directed consciously back to the higher pursuit, there is an attraction. But do I have an attraction for the real self? The attraction outside drops. Why? It is constantly changing. It takes a fraction of a millisecond. Not even a millisecond. You just become aware. Attracted. Yes, I like you. I appreciate you. But I appreciate you because of the real self. I appreciate you because of the peace and happiness are within me and also in you. Uparama. Literal translation, you will not understand that. Normally, if you have those books, you can have a academic translation. That's why I told you that it is not an education that you can get in the universities and degrees. So you notice, remember the poise method, you notice, you become an observer, and now as an observer, you are observer of the mind inside, the thought, feeling and emotions inside. You are also the observer of the world outside through the senses. And then what happens? Then you investigate, you are settling into it. That is why I gave you the practice of poise. We did it a couple of times. You already know that, I gave you sometime the practice before, sometime I introduce the concept, and then we explain it, we understand it. So the path of the Uparama is an effortless absorption in the higher truth. I am aware constantly in my mind. Mind is consciously aware of the real self, of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. But if I don't practice sama and dhamma, nothing will happen. So it means it is a natural harmony of the mind and senses focused on the higher pursuit. It is attained through the two disciplines, sama and dhamma. Distractions lose their appeal, calm becomes the default state. Mind and senses stop scattering energy outward. Yes, that is very important point. People go to the mall. There is no problem of any action. You go to the mall, you go on vacation, you go. It means you feed you feed new objects events, situations to the sense organs. But now, if you don't practice Dhamma and Sama while visiting different places or mall, you are exhausting your energy. That prana is dissipated. That is very subtle concept. I will talk briefly about it. One more point is that, Uparama, is your busyness, not business, busyness real? Or just it is a excuse of the casual mind? I am too busy. It is a shield, not a fact. Why? The ego clings to constant activity to protect its identity. Our culture glorifies hustle. Oh, I'm very busy, blinding us to inner emptiness. Last point, you have to contemplate and reflect. I am not saying that you should agree. If you contemplate, reflect, you come to a point that true busyness is often self-chosen distraction from reflection. I miss the reflection. Contemplation and reflection, it's a self-chosen distraction. Real growth starts when we pause and question this cycle caused by the casual mind. So that's why I started using the word the casual mind and the committed mind. You can also say the impure mind in a different context, pure mind. You can also say the default mind in a different context, and discerning intellect. It is same, but context is different, explanation is different. Yes, let us start our participate in the discussion. That is the part of reflection. That is why. Now you see that, I say participate in a discussion means you are getting out of self-chosen distraction. So yes, who is going to Dennis? You want to? Yes, now everyone is there, yes. Now I can see, yes.
I think our mind wants to be casual because it seems easy and natural. Because
Yes.
in casual state there's freedom for the mind, and the mind can extract momentary pleasures from external objects, not really caring about such things as scattered awareness, not caring about losing focus and forgetting the goal of life. But when I remember my goal at all times, when I don't allow the mind to forget it, when I don't allow the mind to be scattered outside and get carried away by objects and thoughts, I think that is the indication that I'm practicing Uparama.
Yes. 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 I am aware I am a human being. It means I am self-aware, and my goal is to find the real self. Once we find the real self, you need not to do any practices. They are already a part of your life. When? All the time. Where? In all the location. With whom? With everyone. Otherwise, oh honey, you got angry, you are upset. What should I to make you happy? Honey says, leave my house. Two people. And two people. So you have to understand that. Yes, David and Jerry.
Thank you, sir. feel like the Uparama or
Uparati. Yeah.
Is that space. If we are allowing that space between the thoughts, between the feelings, between the stimulus and the response, then that's a really great indicator. For me personally, I've been focusing a lot on that space, allowing myself that little bit of time to really confirm where I'm at.
Definitely. But casual mind, as you said and Dennis said, thinks it has a wrong perception that I'm relaxed. I'm casual, it means, no, I'm not relaxed. That space is required. So when you have a space, so before anxiety, you are aware. Before anger, you are aware. Before reaction, you are aware. That is the point our masters are making. Beautifully said. How are you, David?
Fine, thank you, sir. I love the casual mind. I love the metaphor of the casual mind is, I think you said, like trying to change the hairstyle by bending the mirror. And I think what I'm realizing in just listening to the lesson is that the casual mind is yet another thing that we need to sort of control, be aware of the falseness that comes with it, and kind of, to Jerry's point, have that space and step back from and kind of analyze.
Yeah. I gave the same example, oh, no, why you are upset, I'll make you happy. Did you think that why you made the upset, you had a casual mind? That makes the honey upset. And now you are trying to change with the same casual mind. Not possible. It is not possible. That needs to be, when I understand this, then I know ABC, attitude, behavior, and conduct. How to think, speak, and act. That is what, it's a very subtle, but it's a very interesting. It's a play and a fun. Yes, Samir, you want to say something?
Sir, I think that committed mind leads us to effortlessness. A state of effortlessness means the mind feels like stopping itself from make any effort to getting into peace, because it is already in peace. So it stops doing all the efforts. While doing meditation, I have been feeling from last 7-10 days that the mind feels like dropping all the efforts to get into peace.
Beautifully said.
It is there as a state, and I have to feel it. Yes. And whatever I was doing, efforts I was doing, I feel like dropping those efforts. All the efforts, whether it is in the outside world or whether it is doing meditation.
Yes.
So it settles into peace. Means if I stop all the efforts, means I'm doing meditation, I'm doing everything, but efforts are lost from my side.
Yes. My master used to say that this entire journey of the self-discovery is full of paradox. I told you that this committed approach, that I have to put a little extra effort to get rid of the casual mind to become effortless. So there is an effort and there is an effortlessness. Why there is an effort? Because casual mind is causing the problem. You woke up at 4 and you say, okay, let me sleep for 2 hours. My hours of the sleep is less and I will feel totally exhausted. Why don't you start thinking of doing the meditation at that time? You already have a time for 2 hours. Or 3 hours if you wake up at 7. No, that is the casual approach. I'm not saying only for meditation, but for anything, for any activity. Jerry and all of you know, especially Reverend Jerry, where I gave some private lessons. So I used to reach 10-15 minutes before to force your casual mind to be ready. To force your, but I never told you. Why should I tell you? I used to go to, last year I used to go to this guy 15 minutes before. So what happened, after a few sessions, 5 or 6 sessions, he was ready half an hour before. Did I say about the casual mind or committed mind? No. He changed. So teaching in the Eastern wisdom is something totally unique. Totally unique. Yes, Brandy, you want to say?
The last thing you said about busyness being sort of justified by the ego for
Yes,
our purpose,
self-chosen distraction.
is it's a hard cultural narrative sometimes to work against, because the external doesn't get what it needs, the chaos and the crazy, and if we're at peace. So to constantly be doing and going for all the things outside around us, it's kind of oddly by design. I think maybe that paradox that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to make sense, but it's easy to get, at least for me, it's easy to get sucked into, right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of the busyness, but your point about it being the ego's justification for itself.
Yes.
Helped. Thank you.
Yes, beautifully. Self-chosen distraction. I can be late few minutes. Why do you sure? Do you see that I'm a teacher? I'm teaching you. It's a self-chosen distraction. We do it all the time. Is it not a fact, Christina? Christina, now it's your turn. No, I'm not pointing you out, but I'm just telling you.
When you said the mind can be a storm in waiting or a lighthouse, that really stood out to me, because it's almost like the busyness can be, I don't know if I can explain it correctly here. The busyness, if you're in Sama and Dhamma and utilize our practices, like I notice there's more things for me to do than ever before, but I feel more calm and more calmness around it, and when I'm doing it. So maybe that's what a piece of what we're
Yes.
talking about.
When we have a casual mind, it is the storm inside is waiting. And it can just blast in any situation, relationship, anytime. That we don't notice. And that is the norm of the society, as Brandy was saying. So it is totally a different perception, a different level that you are working. You are living in the same society, but you live at a higher level of awareness, so to say. Don't get egoistic with that. You just live about a little about the social consciousness all the time. Then you see you are relaxed and calm. That's another explanation. How are you, Stephen?
Good. I've given a lot of thought to this commitment and the casualness, and I kept bouncing back and forth with a little bit of confusion, because you've always taught us to be casual and make life plain and fun, and I think it was confusing, and I finally landed on the fact that the real self and the 6 treasures are all things that are just part of us. And it's the casual mind that is working to prevent those things from just happening naturally. We can't make them happen. They just happen naturally. What we can do is work with the mind and be committed to the lessons that the masters are teaching, and all everything that you've been bringing to us. So with that being said, I started realizing that the commitment is to this whole practice, this lesson, the same way that an athlete has to, you can't be a professional athlete without committing to waking up and working out every single day and saying that that's good for me, that's bad for me. And we have to do the exact same thing in this journey, and then it'll happen naturally. So now I jumped over to the Sama and Dhamma. We understand that I could practice Sama, I could practice Dhamma. And then the Uparama to me was the harmony of the two that requires commitment. Otherwise, it just can't happen.
Beautifully.
So that's where I'm at.
Yes, beautifully. And you also brought out that being casual. You told us, yes, I told you that be casual. Okay, so you are casual. Class starts at 7:50 because you are casual, so you join at 8:15. That casualness is not required. So can we translate that casual with self-awareness? You are casual because you know what's your goal. What's your goal you see? I told this young guy, I see that you see casually, girl is cute and beautiful, but now he is transforming very fast. Now it's a casual, you appreciate. You appreciate means internal calm is maintained, sama is maintained, dhamma is maintained. So you rightly said, in the beginning, to be an athlete, I need a committed effort. Self-conscious or self-awareness or awareness of the real self at every given moment, where the mind and the senses are not seeking happiness outside, is what the Uparama is what the committed approach is. Yes, we have Barbara and Vaibhav too, yeah.
I used to think that internal peace and calm was a passive process, but now I realize that it's an active process. It requires consistent work and consistent awareness.
Yes, you are right. You rightly said. Both are. Normally we say, oh, relax, close your eyes, have a drink. We find relaxation with a drink. And it is agitating your brain. Casual approach. Do you see that? Do you see? Lot of these activities. I don't want to go into detail, you already know. You all are mature. So active, I have to turn my peace into the active peace or active calm. Active awareness, then I'm not attached to anything outside. Active Dhamma. Conscious approach. Beautifully said. How are you, Vaibhav?
Thank you, sir. So, sir, today is like that in the casual approach, mind is moving in the desire. So, I also move with that desire. To fulfill that desire. So, it is the same example that you quoted, that as I move, the dog follows me. So, the mind is moving and I am also following that mind to fulfill that desire. And in Uparama, like once I am applying Sama and Dhamma, so that mind is available to me. So now there is a space in between where whenever a desire comes, I can check that there is a desire and what should be my next step towards it.
Beautifully said.
Earlier that space was not there.
Yes. Space was there, but I was not aware.
Not aware. Okay.
You see that, space was there, as Jerry said, and ultimately you also opened up. We will talk in the next session because that will help me prepare. You caught my mind that how the casual mind or casual approach continues to keep all the negative impressions, thoughts, anxiety, anger that you have had in the past. And it can trigger you. So we will understand a chain reaction. Casual mind, you are doing one activity, then there is a trigger. From where the trigger comes? From the past impression, from the prarabdha, from the negativity, and then now it is ready to manifest. Do I have a conscious control over that manifestation? Answer is no. Then I get upset with the honey, and now I want to make the honey happy. I've already expressed it. You did not follow that approach. So that is why the committed approach or the committed mind or the discerning mind is required to keep the dirt and the dust away from the mind. Why? To be able to see the clear pond inside. Then I can meet with the real self. So you see the importance of these 6 treasures. Let us close your eyes and do it. I will not ask Ashok, he is already wise, he has been with me since the beginning. So, and after all, he is engineer too. So, the eyes are closed. The stage number 1, you already know, place, position and posture. Am I making a little extra effort? Yes. The casual mind may ask, what the hell I have to do with the place, position and posture? You guide me meditation. You see, that is the very hardcore casual mind. So you already understand it. Because you understand, so it's not a big deal. And the second is being comfortable. Now being comfortable, you have to discern. Committed approach here is, what is that? You have to discern between it's very important, Stephen raised a very important point. So you have to discern committed approach, being comfortable and being casual. So you see, it is a little extra effort on the part of the mind. You look at the entire body from the top of the head to the toes, and then you experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Otherwise, the casual mind may ask, what the heck, I'm already comfortable. Go ahead, teach me meditation. You see? So you don't have the sama and dhamma. We are doing the practice of meditation with knowledge, with that clear understanding that wherever you sit in meditation, you are absorbed. And that's why I'm raising a question in here. And the same thing, being carefree. Being carefree is not being casual. Not with the casual mind. You become carefree. You only be carefree with a space between the observer and observed. The space. As Jerry and wife have discussed. And then I come to what? Reminder. And I am just, guiding you meditation, what you have told me. So Dennis said, always remember what Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Now can you see that we are getting rid of the casual mind? We are making this committed approach, we are making a little deliberate effort. But that effort is not exhausting. Little effort is pleasing, it is helping me. Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu. May there be peace. Just look at it. Almost, I covered, and there the Brandy and Barbara, what you both have shared. We are discovering the active calm and peace. Active, Dhamma active, Sama and internal calm and the external calm. The reference point is the mind with the internal calm and senses with the external calm. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be completeness in all. Can you remind yourself any point that I have explained with reference to this line? Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Stage 1, I am skipping the 6 neighbors practice, and you have to contemplate and reflect with reference to the casual approach and the committed. I'm not teaching anything. What you shared, and that is what I'm translating that into a practice, putting into the frame. In the stage 2, we have the breathing. So I'm skipping. You have to, at least for a couple of minutes, you have to be aware of the breath, the flow of the breath, so that you can give a break to the casual mind. But we are not doing that. You focus deep inside the forehead in the space and start breathing into the belly, long, deep in the air, saying breath into the belly. Start breathing into the belly. I'm just explaining you the entire framework of all the steps of meditation. So at least when you do it with contemplation and reflection, I can promise you, in my absence, you are practicing meditation, you will be absorbed for 2 to 3 hours. Don't worry about that you cannot sit. Try this week. Continue long, deep in the air, saying breath. Long, deep in the air, saying breath. You continue, but if you're casual, if your committed mind is working, then you put little effort, and then your breathing pattern has a rhythm, and then there is a joy of doing. Joy of doing that effort is there. But if you have a casual approach will backfire. The mind might be thinking inside, what the heck, it will change your breath rate. You will change the breath. You will stop in between. You will feel exhausted. Lot of things are. These things are what the masters are noticing in your journey of the self-discovery? Answer is yes. And just stop it. Be aware of the flow of the breath. couple of people started moving the whole body, swinging right, left, up and down. You see, it's the casual mind is doing it. It does not want to maintain its awareness. I've been telling you, Eastern wisdom is nothing but instrument of knowledge. You're aware of the flow of the breath. It implies, when I say you are aware of the flow of the breath, what it implies? You check whether the flow of both the flow is equal or not, and you maintain that. You see how simple. So I'm skipping again one step, the nyasa step in the stage 2, that it is better you do it and check your casual mind and discerning mind. Third stage is the self-awareness with capital S. What it means? Just the flow of the breath, presence, with the presence, observer of the breath. Observer of the breath. You are saying observer of the breath, yes. So you find there is a space between the breath and you. Means the poise method included here. Presence, observer, and a witness is there in that flow of the breath. So when you find that flow of the breath and the space, every time you discover the space, you drop Om Shanti. So can we say in the first two stages, we prepared the mind to follow the poise practice, poise method, we have done it. If you forget, you can pick up the past sessions. Oh, so that is what we are dropping Om Shanti. Answer is yes. That is an additional step. So everything is a smooth ride. In casual approach, we also plan to have a smooth ride, but the triggers are waiting. In a committed approach, we bring the smooth ride, defeating the casual mind. When you defeat the casual mind, well, means what? You are, without any effort, you are moving within. Clean pond, I gave you that metaphor. And now 16 segments of the fingers drop Om Shanti. You already know it. That is also the part of the stage 3. Just pick up and understand clearly. Why I am explaining each and every bit, so that your casual mind has no option but to consciously follow. Why? To succeed. So you are dropping Om Shanti on the 16 segments of the fingers. And the last step of this stage number 3 is a triangle. Look inside the heart, visualize the triangle and start moving the mind clockwise and anti-clockwise. Dropping Om Shanti, checking if there is a perfect sync. And if there is a sync, we can transition to the stage 4. Now you see, I use the word you transition to the stage 4. Singing mentally, pushing the mind in deep inside the cave of your heart, visualizing or seeing or feeling the mind seems to stop. The moment you feel that, you drop Shanti, and after that you do nothing. So we have already transitioned into the stage 4. In the beginning, I told you internal calm is there, external calmness, samadhama is there, uprati is there. So there is a committed approach, and in that committed approach, the self-absorption is natural. But if you force yourself to self-absorption, you will fall into laziness and sleepiness. Oh, yes, in the stage 4, we allow any experiences of vision, colors, images, we allow with committed mind, with discerning intellect. Oh, I have a vision, it's okay. I'm still separate from the vision, colors, and images. In that state, you will see as if, like the turtle, we have those experiences like the turtle I told you, withdraws its limbs. You feel like that. You feel like that. And that begins these visions and colors. As if, as if, as a bodilessness. No mantra, no practice, as if all the practices are left behind. Why? To find the reality, you have to find it without any practice, without any effort. But to that layer of awareness, I think it's making a sense to you all. Yes. mentally or loudly, whatever the case you feel. You're singing with me mentally aloud. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So while singing, mind says, I want to stay longer. I want to stay longer. But you have to, it is, so who wants to stay longer? You have to be very clear. Means what? Or it may be the casual mind, or it may be the discerning into that. We feel like sleepiness, I'm sleeping and I'm enjoying. That is meditation, no. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So you can easily find out whether mind wants to stay in the same state, either with the casual mind or with the discerning mind. If discerning mind is there, you are happy. And now be aware of the space, be aware. Move the mind on the right hand, be aware of the right hand. And mind says, no, I want to stay. Is it Sama? Is it Dhamma also? Just check it. It's not that it's a philosophy, it's a conscious experience. And move the mind on the left. Move the mind on the left hand. Find out. And you lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. Yes, so we have completed. How are you, David and Jerry?
Thank you. That meditation was amazing. It was this connection to my consciousness, to the universe, and I just have this, the only word I could think of is infiniteness.
Yes, that's a beautiful experience. And mind is absorbed into the infiniteness. Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good, thank you. Practice was deep, effortless. Thank you.
Beautiful. You know what happens? Your Sama and Dhamma state prevents your mind to go out. It says, no, stay there. And it may happen with a casual mind also. In casual mind, Sama and Dhamma is missing. So I have to discern. I have to distinguish between the two. You don't distinguish between the two, and casual mind, you are absorbed into that. Oh, then you have very fancy hallucinations, which is claimed as real meditation. Choices with you. Yes. Brandy, what you are thinking?
At first in the meditation, the mind didn't want to leave the body, but I liked your reminder about the turtle. That seemed to kind of help it. So, and then I got in.
Yeah. That's another way to understand the progress in the meditation. Dennis.
peaceful meditation, mind was focused and aware throughout the practice and enjoying the infinite dark space, and definitely wanted to stay
Yes.
for a longer period. Thank you.
Yes, beautiful. We all have to contemplate and reflect what exactly is infinite. Is it what Patanjali says, objectless state? All masters are teaching the same thing in a different way. Yes, Stephen.
Thank you, sir. My practice today was effortless. It was very easy, and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Beautiful. How are you, Samir?
सर कमिटमेंट से ना मुझे एक बहुत पुरानी बात याद आई। जब हम छोटे छोटे थे आपके पास आते थे तो आप संकल्प करवाते थे मेडिटेशन से पहले कि हाँ बोलते थे भाई हम शांत रहेंगे, हम बिल्कुल दिमाग इधर उधर। तो हम छोटे थे तो हम मतलब कमिटेड हो जाते थे कि एकदम कि भाई जो है, क्योंकि संकल्प करने से जो है हमारे ये है कि मन इधर उधर नहीं भागता था, बार बार उस चीज को याद करता था तो मेडिटेशन पे आ जाता था। मुझे बड़ी याद आई जब आप कमिटमेंट की बात कर रहे थे।
Yes, beautiful. What he is saying, that he used to come to me maybe 30 years ago, 30 or 35 years ago when we was quite young. So in those days, in meditation practices, I always asked every participant to resolve, to have a right intention, which is very common on the Google also, and teaching by. What we are doing is much higher and advanced level. So that he recalled those resolutions and intentions. And when you do those resolutions and intentions, when you are young, it helps. It helps. That is what he is sharing. So we will, Barbara, yes.
My meditation was very deep and effortless, and I didn't want it to end, but I'm not completely clear on how I can discern whether it was my casual mind that loved it or my discerning mind.
You feel sleepy, you feel lazy, and that is taking you for a ride. You have many hallucinations and imaginations, casual mind. You have a clarity. Infinite space is continuous. You are aware of awareness. That is your discerning intellect. You are aware of the rest of it, casual mind. Casual mind. Yes, Christina.
Thank you. I just got this sensation of floating
Yeah,
around.
that's good. Yeah, sensation of floating is also a good experience, provided we maintain the discernment. So if your discerning intellect is not maintained, it will jump into the casual mind. So there was one master in India who came to United States in 60s, and he says, I will give you the practice of meditation by which you can fly. Many people join, I don't want to tell the name. You have to find out by yourself. So here there is no flying. So Vaibhav.
Thank you, sir. So today is like I was able to compare that what was my state of the mind before the meditation and after the meditation. So there were a lot of distractions there, which I was not there and able to drop during the meditation. So mind became quite and clear and calm.
Beautiful. That's another approach. Before the meditation, you recognize what is the state of your mind, and after the meditation, or even during the meditation, it's changing. So it is inspiring, it is motivating deeper inside. It helps. It helps. Knowledge is prime. I told you, Eastern wisdom is an instrument of knowledge. that helps to realize our true nature. Yes, we have Sangeeta, yes.
इससे कैजुअल माइंड बहुत बार हावी हो जाता है, लेकिन उसको
बहुत
कंट्रोल
बार क्या
करना
हावी
है
हो
कि
जाता
मुझे
है?
ये नहीं करना तो नहीं करना।
जब तुम अटेंड नहीं करते हो तो हावी हो जाता है, बहाना लगाते हो, नहीं आज तो गेस्ट आ गए थे जी। तो इसी
सर आज भी लेट हो गई क्योंकि हाँ सर।
Yes, she is admitting that casual mind was very tough on her. So she used to say, my guest has come, that's why I'm not attending the session. She sends me a message on WhatsApp, I said. Guests are more important. So yes, we have to recognize that. We have to adjust that. It does not mean that we should not entertain the guest. We should. At the social level, at the professional level, at the family level. But at the same time, I have to find out. But we shy. Oh, can I tell my guest that I'll be spending 1 hour in meditation, I'll not be talking? No, he or she will be offended. I'm doing meditation, why he or she will be offended? And if you get offended, you get offended. I don't want to offend my mind. No, these are the ideas I used to have. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
नमस्ते, मैं भी कुछ कहूँ सर।
Oh, yes. Ashok wants to say something after a long.
नहीं, मैं एक सर छोटी सी बात है कि आमिन जैसे मैं किसी मीटिंग में जाता हूँ ना, तो I check myself कि am I in sama or dhamma is working or not working.
Yes.
So that enhance my sama and dhamma as well.
Yes,
और
very
दूसरा
good.
ये बात मुझे कहनी थी।
So he checks, he is an engineer, electrical engineer, or mechanical?
And mechanical.
Mechanical engineer. So he checks before he meets his clients whether he is in sama and dhamma. You have been with me for so many years. Please be with the sama and dhamma even in the class. Not only with your clients. Thank you.